Hello, my name is Thorn, and welcome to my new series called Almost a Perfect Victory. I'm going to be going through some movie or Disney show characters that almost had a perfect victory, but there was a couple things that they could have done to make it that way. Today's topic is Bill Cipher. Bill Cipher, of course, had one thing that he could have done differently, which was when he realized that Ford had 5 fingers instead of 6. If he had realized that, he would have known it was a trick and forced the other twin, which was the actual Ford, to shake his hand, get his mind, get the equation to destroy the barrier, and he could have taken Weirdmageddon worldwide. And that's what I call a perfect victory. But there were a couple other things that I've noticed that Bill could have done. If anybody remembers in his big debut in episode 19 in season 1, he could have, if I realized that Bill has the ability to conjure things. So what Bill could have done was he could have conjured the rift, which was this little globe that had the ability to access the portal, and it could have started his Weirdmageddon. So basically what we want to do is go through that. So the portal was made by Stanford. When he met Bill, they became close friends and other cool stuff. But my main topic is what his colleagues saw when he entered that portal. What he saw was a glimpse of the future, what would happen. And which is why he said, "Fear the beast with one eye," which is referencing, of course, Bill Cipher. But what I want to go into depth about is what in the world he could have done. So when he could have just conjured, it would have to be part of his deal with Gideon. Okay? So his deal with Gideon was Gideon wanted the code of the safe, and in return he would help Bill with something. My idea is that thing he wanted, Bill wanted him to help with, was taking Weirdmageddon worldwide. Or at least starting Weirdmageddon, which he, as you can see, he succeeded in. But my big thing is, he was only sold because he mentioned Stanford Pines. This is not, and even though he was talking about Grunkle Stan, he was not talking about Grunkle Ford, which is actually the one that Bill has been looking for. And he references the fact that when, how do I put this? He references the fact that if he was able to he haunts Grunkle Ford's nightmares. I know that because he keeps saying, like, "You'll slip up, and when you do, I'll be ready." So and he did slip up, technically. So at the start of Weirdmageddon Part 1, Mabel accidentally took Dipper's bag, realizing that summer's almost over. She runs into that weird time travel guy, I forgot his name, but apparently he was actually possessed by Bill this entire time. He breaks the rift, starting Weirdmageddon. If Mabel had not accidentally taken his bag, that could have stopped the entire thing, because I know Dipper would have kept a close eye on it. And I also want to bring up the fact that Bill Cipher had a deal with Dipper, and it was actually false. The thing was, he was meant to give Dipper the right passcode to the computer, and in return, all he wanted was a puppet, which he turned out to be Dipper. So what he should have done was given him the code first, and then he could have taken over Dipper, but he already would have known a little bit about Stanford, so it didn't work. But like I said, his main thing he could have done that would have been the perfect victory was realize that the Stanford that he was shaking had 5 fingers instead of 6, and shake the other one's hand, causing Stanford to go into his mind, find out the equation to take Armageddon worldwide, and there we go. That's your perfect victory. But the thing that stopped him was he was dumb and didn't look at Stanford's fingers. But that's it for today on Almost a Perfect Victory. Thank you for tuning in.